Good morning, Plus 2 Commerce. So, today we are going to start with chapter number 6, that is staffing. Staffing is a very, very important function of the management because without staffing, we cannot perform the next two functions, that is the directing and controlling function. So, it is considered as the key function, right? Now, uh, the success of any organization, whether it's big, large, small, medium, doesn't matter, but all these organizations, they depend on one crucial factor, that is the human resource. Why? Every organization has financial resources as well as physical resources. Now financial resources include like finance, and physical resources include machinery, etc., right? So what is that one different kind of resource that makes it different from the other organization? That is the kind of humans, means the kind of employees, the kinds of HR, human resource they have. If they will have efficient human resources, then their organization will grow, they can survive for the longer time. So that's why staffing is a very, very important function. Now, in simple words, if you ask me that what is the meaning of staffing, I will say just only one line, and that is to, like the right person on the right job at the right time, right? So you have to remember this, and you have to write this meaning in the exam also if it comes. And even this thing that they are considered as an asset of an organization. HR means human resource, means employees, they are considered as the asset of an organization. Now you are all commerce students, you better know what do you mean by assets and liabilities. So when I say that human resource are the assets, then you should understand that what I really mean. Done? Now, uh-oh. Okay. On the next page. So now we will be discussing about why this staffing it is important, why it is needed, okay, and what are the advantages of staffing. So this efficient staff, okay, if the efficient staff will be there, then with the help of this kind of staff, we can be number one in the market. And if I appoint the employees which are inefficient, then my organization will run in losses for sure. So that's why we always say that it is a very key function, it is a very important function, because the success depends on the kind of HR that you are appointing. That's why in big organizations there is a separate department, HR department, human resource department, and the work of that particular department is to appoint the employees. So it's a very crucial task. ये नहीं है कि कोई भी बैठा कि चलो यार इसको अपॉइंट कर लो या कोई भी अपॉइंट कर रहा है, नो. So they have to actually what they do, that they have to check all the qualifications, the capabilities, the abilities, the experience, because if they will not check, then how they can be sure that this employee will suit best for the organization. Now, if I suppose talk about any school, right? So, what is the procedure of selecting a teacher in the school? So, first of all, uh, okay, in this chapter, you will be studying about two different terms. One is recruitment, and the second is selection. So, when I say recruitment, it means it is a positive process, and when I talk about selection, that is a negative process that we will discuss in detail afterwards. But right now, why I'm telling you this, the reason is, when I suppose I was talking about your school, right, or any of the schools, what they do, or if any of the colleges even, what they do is that they just give an ad in the newspaper or online. So the day that they give the advertisement in the organization, all the employees, they start giving their resumes online, and some come in the school or in the college also. So it means we are recruiting them, we are inviting the applications, and they are coming, and we are just adding their files. Okay. But why selection is a negative process? Selection is a negative process because we will be, removing the candidates which will not fit according to our organization needs. It means we are deleting and deleting and deleting that. That's why it is called a negative process, because we just require only those who fit best to our needs, and that is only possible when I talk about your this staffing. So in the school, what happens that when we give the resume, if they think that our education, our experience, and all the other things that they're looking into, if they meet, then they call us. After calling, they give the test. If the candidate clears the test, then we have a formal interview about the subject with the authorities. If they are, convinced about the candidate, then the last step is to get the demo. If the students are also satisfied with the help of demo, then they can talk to the candidate again. They can discuss about the salaries and all. And if the candidate is also agreeing to their decision, and even the authorities, if they're having no objection to the candidate's needs, then at that time the appointment is officially done. And in this way, it is the candidate is selected. So it differs from organization to organization, and sometimes it becomes a very lengthy process also, but it worth the time. Why? Because it is an asset. तो हमें बहुत we need to very carefully examine the details of the candidate, because ultimately he or she will lead to the organizational success, right? Now, we were discussing about that why this organization, the staffing is important. So the first point is filling the roles by obtaining competent personnel. Okay, so okay, just wait. Okay, so now listen. With the help of staffing function, we fill the job position. Suppose there is a vacancy in your school that the chemistry teacher is not there. So with the help of staffing function, we can fill that position. We can fill the need of chemistry teacher. We can appoint that teacher, right? So what happens if the employees will not be appointed? So what is the use of job position? अगर जॉब पोजीशंस पड़ी हैं बट वेकेंट हैं, कोई उनको अपॉइंट नहीं कर रहा, उस पर एम्प्लॉयज़ नहीं हैं, ठीक है, तो फिर स्टाफिंग फंक्शन का कोई तो यूज़ ही नहीं रह गया, right? If there are number of positions in your suppose coordinator's position is vacant in your school or vice principal. So if I will not appoint with the help of staffing, then what is the use of staffing? तो वो position वैसे की वैसे ही रहेगी, वहाँ पे कोई person है ही नहीं. And if we want that some person should be there, some person should be appointed, then we need to do staffing. That's why staffing is important, because without staffing we cannot appoint any person for the different job positions. Then the next is placing right person at the right job. This itself is the meaning of the staffing. So if we will place the right person on the right job, if we will properly follow the procedure and select that particular candidate, so it will lead to high performance, because every employee, they are given the place in the organization according to their qualifications. I cannot tell the chemistry teacher to start teaching physics. I cannot tell the maths teacher to start teaching English. वो तो vice versa हो गया, और मतलब substitute भी नहीं है, तो it will be a clearly mess, loss for the students, which we don't want. It will not lead to high performance. ये तो negative में चले जाएगा, losses हो जाएंगे, poor performance हो जाएगा ये. Okay. Next is growth of enterprise. So any organization, if we appoint efficient staff, right, this will help us to survive, and not only for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. अगर हमारे पास अच्छा staff है, हम survive कर सकते हैं for longer years, 20, 30, and it will lead to the growth of the enterprise at the same time. So it is only possible with the efforts of the employees. अगर employees they are efficient, means they are matching with their job positions, and they are doing their best because they have the required intelligence and abilities, then obviously your organization will lead to the success. Next is optimum utilization of human resources. Now, suppose I'm working in an organization, right? and I have to deeply analyze, means I have to do job analysis. Now, what do you mean by job analysis? What do you mean by manpower planning? I have to plan that how many employees I actually need, how many human resource I actually need. ऐसे तो नहीं मेरा दिल किया कि चलो यार आज 10 एम्प्लॉयज़ को रख लेते कभी काम आ जाएंगे. नो, आई डोंट हैव फ्री सैलरी टू गिव देम. दिस इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. मैं ये भी नहीं कह सकती कि नहीं मैं आई हैव अ रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ 4 पर मैं 2 से काम चला लूँगी. दिस इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज अगर मैं ऐसे करूँगी तो ओवर बर्डन विल बी देयर एंड obviously other losses will also occur that I don't want. So what I need to do is that I need to do job analysis, which means I will deeply analyze that what type of employees, means किस तरह के, मतलब whether I need a employee in the marketing department or in the finance department or in the production department, कि किस type के मुझे employees की requirement है, and at the same time the number of employees, that do I need 10 employees, 20, 30, 1, 2, how many? I have to analyze it. If I will not do analysis, if I will not do planning, तो मैं वेस्टेज कर रही हूँ अपने टाइम का भी, बिकॉज आई एम एन HR एंड आई एम अपॉइंटिंग विदाउट एनी एनालिसिस. इट इज़ जस्ट अ वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम एंड कॉस्ट एट द सेम टाइम, विच any organization would not want. Okay, so that's why it is said that we have to optimally utilize the human resources, क्योंकि understaffing भी नहीं होनी चाहिए और overstaffing भी नहीं होनी चाहिए. Okay, next is helps in competing. Obviously every organization has physical resources, right, and every organization has financial resources. Lekin what is that one thing which makes one organization different from the other organization? It is the this human resource, right? Personnel. अगर वो efficient होगा, अगर मैं efficient staff के रख रही हूँ तो अगर I'm not saying staff, I'm asking about efficient staff. I'm telling about efficient staff. Efficient word लगा है. When I say efficient, it means that particular staff is according to the qualification, abilities and experience. That particular thing will make my organization different from the competitors, and it will help us to win against them. So it is very important. Next is improves job satisfaction and morale of the employees. Now, obviously, this thing, staffing does not is related, means it is not only related with the appointment. सिर्फ इतना limited meaning नहीं है staffing का. It means that it includes appointment, and that is again a very crucial thing, but at the same time it also includes training, promotion and compensation. और यही नहीं है, इसके साथ साथ बहुत कुछ है, which we will study in the next topic. So it gives different kind of training to the employees. They promote them according to their efforts, and compensation is salary, that what kind of salary and perks, financial and non-financial incentives we should give to the employees. So when we are giving this, obviously the morale of the employees will boost up, and obviously they will do more hard work for your organization. अगर आप उनको पे कर रहे हो, अच्छा पे कर रहे हो, तो क्यों छोड़ के जाएगा आपका organization को? He will not do any fraud. He will work even more harder because you are giving that particular person the training, the promotion and compensation. And this what kind of financial and non-financial incentives are there, that will be studying in chapter 7. Next is key to effectiveness of other functions. Now I have already told you that if I need to do this directing function, or if I want to do the controlling function, it is not possible without the employees. And if I'm talking about the employees, it means I'm talking about the staffing function, right? So this is very an important function. It is a very key function because without this, क्योंकि डायरेक्शन मैं किसको दूंगी 7 चैप्टर में जब हम बात करेंगे, मैं किसको मोटिवेट करूँगी, किसको सुपरवाइज करूँगी अगर एम्प्लॉयज़ ही नहीं होंगे. सो एम्प्लॉयज़ होने के लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? स्टाफिंग फंक्शन परफॉर्म करना पड़ेगा. सो दैट्स वाई इट इज़ सेड दैट it is a kind of key to effectiveness of the other functions. Okay, so we are done for today, right? And I will be giving you the assignments of chapter number 5, and you have to do it. In the next lecture we will be studying about the process. The topic of staffing and HRM, right? It has been deleted in your this session, so we will not be doing that. Just we will be starting with the staffing process. Okay, thank you.